I'd like to welcome you all to this event. And for those of you who were here yesterday, thank you for coming back in there. I've had a lot of time to reflect on yesterday's sessions, and some of the presenters are here as well. And I hope you did as well. It was a fantastic day. Our objective was to share stories and experiences that we have. One of the best things we can do as a community is share those stories and experiences, not because we have all the answers, but because it starts us to think. And sometimes we pick up a few tips, sometimes we learn a few things. Most of the time we just start to think about this and start to share our experiences. And sometimes sharing our experiences is being able to know someone else has that problem too. And that's a good thing in there. And I think it's a time when we really do have to reflect on that. And I'm not the type to sort of get into the American word hyperbole now in this thing. But not too many years ago, I got the sense that people were wondering when this disruption, this cloud thing was finally going to settle down and we get back to our normal lives in there. And the cloud came in and we all did whole things. We talked about digital transformation, all sorts of stuff. And I think some people were thinking, when does this end? Then we got hit with a pandemic, and we got through that, and we lived through that. And I'm sure most of you were doing what we were trying to do is we'd rushed everybody into their home offices. Now we got time, take a break, we'll clean up, and then AI, right? And and I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that AI is going to transform again what we do for our industry. I've told our writers, I've told the people in this, in 7 months you will not recognize our industry. The first time we had 5 to 7 years, and we barely made it. Now in 7 months, our industry will be transformed, and many of you will feel the same thing in there. And that's why, at times, it's nice to just breathe out, come together, and celebrate our accomplishments. Because if you feel like you're on a wheel, or that all you do is you get past one obstacle and you get another, and we all know this as change agents or as leaders of change, people need to relax and celebrate their accomplishments. And as opposed to being in what I call the FM radio sort of thing, where the hits just keep on coming. I'm sorry for most of you people get this, but for anybody out there who's under 30. Radio is what we had before streaming and podcasts. It's sort of a thing in there. So we live in tumultuous times. We cope with these, and we continue our transformation. And at least you can say it's never dull. But we want to celebrate, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to take a break from the rush of it. We're going to stop worrying about the Terminator or whatever is going to have deep fakes or whatever, what's going to transform. And we're going to thank our stars that we have people who've had great accomplishments, and we're going to reward them. And I'm going to say this, I know everybody says this about the awards, but these keep getting harder every year. Gary's one of that leads the judging on the CIO awards. And I was working on the Digital Transformation Awards. You keep making it harder. Thank you. So that's what we're going to do. So as much as unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, as much as I'd love to talk to you, I'm going to introduce my friend Phil Johnston. He's going to take over and start the award ceremony.
Awesome. Thanks. Thank you, Jim. I just want to get started by thanking Jim and IT World Canada for every year doing that hard work of gathering us to review these wonderful award recipients today. And as you mentioned, it's really important for us to congratulate each other, to learn from one another, and also to celebrate our successes. The successes that some of these leaders today and organizations today are going to get directly support, better society, better life for Canadians, profitability for our businesses, and just improved Canadian tech for Canada. So thank you very much, Jim, for continuing to do this in IT World Canada. Thanks. So I'm the CIO for the National Research Council. My name's Philip Johnston. I've been there 2 years. And I've been also the president for the CIO Association of Canada for the past 3 years or so. So I've had the honor to be here for last year's awards when we first started them in person up again. As though for you, those of you who don't know, CIO Can, we are a not-for-profit organization. We're spread across the country with a mission to facilitate networking, sharing of best practices, executive development, and to collaborate on issues facing CIOs and or senior IMIT business leaders and executives. We have 7 chapters across Canada. One just started in Atlantic Canada. We have over 500 members of CIOs and senior IT executives, and we produce more than 65 events annually. Today, we will not only be unveiling the winners of our Digital Transformation Awards, we will be celebrating the accomplishments of 2 Canadian leaders who have risen above and overcome many challenges to help their organizations thrive. There is a great opportunity to learn, so I urge you to pay close attention as we unveil the stories and present today's CIO of the Year awards. We are coming live to you from the Verity Club in downtown Toronto. For those of you tuning in virtually, here's a little housekeeping required to make sure you get the most of the time you are investing with us today. While most of the conference action takes place on the screen, where I am now, there's a lot to see, so on the platform, you can scroll down, look at the downloadable assets and recordings, newsletters and events that you can sign up for. To my left, or just below me on some devices, you'll see a live chat box. You can chat with other attendees here. Be sure to enter your name and check the terms and conditions box in order to participate. If you hear something that's interesting and you want to share it with a wider external audience, I encourage you to go to Twitter and use the number sign DX Awards. You can check it out on the live Twitter feed below. None of this would be possible, though, without the support of our sponsors. I urge you to check out the platform for their messaging and downloadable material. And if they call you, please answer and tell them thank you for making this important networking and learning opportunity possible. Thank you to our sponsors, VMware, Google, Hut 8, Amdocs, and thank you to our supporting partners for this event, Gartner and the CIO Association of Canada. Now on with the show. I have the pleasure of introducing a dear friend and colleague from Gartner, Kelvin Cantafalo, Vice President of Gartner Executive Programs, to say a few words before we get started. Over to you, Kelvin.
Thank you very much, Phil. I'm going to be very brief. As I think Jim said, I think it's great that we're here today to celebrate success. And it's been, I think, a world of continuous change. And it's not going to be, that is going to continue. I'd really like to thank Jim, IT World Canada, for putting on this session, and also for inviting Gartner to be the research partner. We had 3 presenters yesterday. And as Phil said, you can go to the website and take a look at the articles that are there of any presenters, as well as I think we'll have a feed. I'd also like to, I've been a member of CIO Association myself for many years and on the board. And again, the amazing work that Gary Davenport and the team does to select the winners. And finally, I'd just like to congratulate everyone who's nominated. As Phil said, the nominations were outstanding. The quality of the work that's being done, I think the sharing is so important. And good luck to whoever is nominated. We'll see. We'll hear soon who gets the awards. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelvin, for those very thoughtful remarks. And just to put a plug in for Gartner, I've been a client of theirs for many, many years, and really do appreciate the global perspective that your organization can bring to looking at problems that are facing CIOs today. So thank you very much for continuing to do that for Canada here especially. Really appreciate the services. Thanks, Kelvin. So before we go to the awards, I want to take a moment to thank our judges for dedicating their hard working and time and processes. It's no easy feat. As we've mentioned before, the nominations were great this year. And I want to just go through our judging panel for the DX Awards. We've got our judging chair, Corey Cox. Is Corey here? No. Vice President of Information Systems for the Tanded Group of Companies. We have Gord Elder, Vice President Products, Cymax Group Technologies. Jim, of course, and Helen Knight, Technology Consultant for Not-Profit Organizations and the past President for the Calgary chapter at the CIO Association of Canada. Let's give our judges a warm round of applause. And so now on to the awards. Here to present our first award is Google's National Sales Manager, Public Sector, Health, Higher and Education, Graham Watt.
Thanks, Phil. That's quite a title, so I appreciate you spitting it all out. It gets more complicated every year. It's my honor to present the first award of the day, and the finalists are for the category of Public Sector are Region of Durham, Bank of Canada, City of Richmond, Hamilton Health Sciences, and Seneca College. This year's Digital Transformation Award winner in the large public sector category is a story of paper, or more precisely of how much better organizations do when they move away from paper towards digital. Our winning organization was no stranger to the idea of paperless. It had been kicking the concept around for years. Pre-transformation inefficiencies were very much in evidence, from problems with physicians accessing files, to issues when transferring patients, and to handwritten notes leading to multiple sources of truth. This organization, however, would in time act on its plans, rising first above any initial hesitancy and then any issues around implementation during the global pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present this year's Digital Transformation Award in the public sector category to Hamilton Health Sciences. Let's take a look at their highlight reel.
Until recently, healthcare organizations were reliant on paper. The case of Hamilton Health Sciences is a great example of how the spirit of digital is changing even this tactile and paper-heavy sector. Dr. Barry Lum paints the picture.
We were a paper organization that had been struggling and planning to move to an electronic health record literally for years, struggling with identifying a vendor and then the problems related to implementation during a COVID epidemic. So everything was happening on paper. It was absolutely not uncommon at all to be able to try to take care of a patient that we would have 2 or 3 different platforms open simultaneously to try and find enough information to provide the kind of care that we wanted to be able to provide for these folks.
The organization's CIO and Vice President, Health Information Technology Services, Michelle Lee Floor, boiled down the situation pre-transformation to one word: inefficiency.
Pre our major digital transformation initiative, Hamilton Health Sciences had an aging hospital information system that lacked real modern features. As well, we had a disparate number of different systems, and our digital presence was very lacking, as we had a lot of work that was being done still on paper. Care, for example, was delivered on handwritten notes. This meant that we didn't have a single source of truth for our patients. Our people, our staff, our nurses, our physicians were very inefficient in terms of where they could access information. If a paper file was at one of our campuses, imagine how you didn't have access to that when the patient transferred over to another site. Patients often had to repeat their medical history. One provider would ask them what their allergies were. The next would ask what their allergies were. So really, we lacked a cohesive single source of truth.
There are, of course, many ingredients that go into a successful transformation journey. In the case of HHS, however, getting the right people to buy in was essential.
If you don't get the docs on side, you really don't have any chance of success. And so recognizing that, we began engaging our medical staff very early, essentially at the beginning of the project.
At the end of the day, it was to be leadership from the top that was to make all the difference.
We clearly identified that this was a clinical transformation, owned by operational stakeholders, supported by IT. It was very important in order to deliver something of this magnitude to get all of our clinical teams and our physicians to buy into the why of this work. That was paramount. Our president and CEO, Rob McIsaac, led every touch point with leaders and staff, reinforcing the why of our decision and the why to move forward with this transformation, particularly during the trying times of the pandemic.
Hamilton Health Sciences' journey reveals a huge key to getting people to buy into transformation.
When our people at Hamilton Health Sciences are shown the value of change, and what that can do to their lives and to our patients' lives, they don't hesitate to support it, and they didn't hesitate to support this initiative.
To the question of just how successful HHS's transformation has been, the numbers speak louder than the words.
We had to train over 15,000 employees, nurses, physicians in a period of 8 weeks prior to go live. 15,000 folks. We have now over 100,000 patients signed up for MyChart, which is a secure patient portal that gives them the ability to see their healthcare information, to see their upcoming appointments, and soon to book their own appointments and communicate securely with their team. More than 1.5 million health records have been exchanged with other providers across the province who also use this Epic platform.
It hasn't been an easy road for Hamilton Health Sciences, particularly when you consider so much change came during the global crisis. But the organization has accomplished a great deal. President and CEO Rob McIsaac has noted the positive response from the entire HHS community.
We had staff, physicians, and patients enthusiastically and widely sharing and then celebrating the success of Epic on social media. So that was very heartening to see that our teams really did pursue excellence at every turn in the project, and there was really a palpable sense of pride when the time came to flip the switch on Epic at HHS.
Congratulations to Hamilton Health Sciences for earning this year's Digital Transformation Award in the Large Public Sector category.
Hamilton Health Sciences. Michelle, come on up. Congratulations. Yeah, say a few words, of course.
Hi, everybody. It's so awkward watching yourself up there. I just want to say thank you very much, but I want to really say we're very humbled as an organization to be even nominated or recognized for this award. Congratulations to everyone who was nominated, and congratulations to the other winners. Digital transformation is incredibly hard. We know the technology might actually be the easy part sometimes. It's the change management. And our massive initiation in healthcare during the pandemic was very challenging. The pandemic was challenging for all of us, but delivering care, our providers were under an incredible amount of stress, but they really did rally behind this project and find the time when we were still trying to provide care and still knowing that we had to deliver this project. So we're very, very proud and humbled to be here, and we just want to thank you for this acknowledgement.
Okay, thank you very much, Graham. And congratulations, Michelle, to you and your team and Hamilton Health Scientists. When I think about what you probably also had to do is just make sure the patient data was secure and was kept secure. So I just imagining all that work that you went in terms of privacy and ensuring patient care data while you were trying to combat COVID. So congratulations once again. Up next, we have this Small Public Sector Digital Transformation Award. I'm honored to present this award today. And so the Small Public Sector finalists were BC Financial Services Authority, Bissell Centre, Canada Helps, Innovate Cities, Invorg, Town of Newmarket, and then the Waterloo Region District School Board. Digital transformation was for our DX Award winner in the Small Public Sector category, a pathway from legacy debt and with siloed regulatory systems and manual processes with multiple touch points for stakeholders. Through procurement process this organization onboarded a systems integrator and an interim CIO to oversee digital transformation. Internal project teams consisting of business and IT members were formed and established, with the former leading the way. Leadership initiated a discovery and planning stage, subsequently developing a 3-year roadmap based on a business priority and segment readiness. A change management strategy and spread throughout the entire organization. The transformation has been a huge success. Our winning organization's business model went from a siloed or vertical approach with a streamlined business processes and technology. Today, 95% of the regulated BC entities have a single point of access through a portal. Ladies and gentlemen, let's celebrate the power of digital transformation as evidenced by the great success of the one initiated and carried out by the 2023 Small Public Sector winner, the BC Financial Services Authority, or BCSA.
Going into digital transformation, the BC Financial Services Authority had a problem common to many organizations today.
We carried considerable legacy debt with siloed regulatory systems, legacy infrastructure, and significantly manual processes, which resulted in multiple touch points for stakeholders and increased privacy and security vulnerabilities. It also meant that our information was siloed between segments.
Shortly after the BC FSA became a Crown corporation, it received a mandate to assume the regulation of the real estate segment in the province of British Columbia. This led to an organizational transformation as the BC FSA merged with 2 other organizations. Digital transformation would bring many positives, including the creation of a portal for regulated entities to provide regulatory information and submissions.
The addition of real estate to our portfolio had major implications to our scope, so we began to revise our digital transformation strategy. We saw this opportunity not just as yet another technology project, but as a business initiative that was enabled by technology. And 3+ years later, we now have been operating as the single financial regulator for the province of British Columbia and launched the last phase of IRIS earlier this year.
BC FSA's winning recipe involved remaining true to its core cultural values.
Our executives were deliberate in fostering a culture that was built on core BC FSA values that include integrity, innovation, growth, collaboration, and diversity. Not to mention courage.
One pitfall the organization avoided in its drive to change was internal politics. The BCFSA's transformation has been a truly team game.
Building that environment of transparency and trust. Communicating effectively through the life cycle of not only the digital but also organizational transformation set a very strong foundation for the organization. Open dialogue around what was working well and at the same time what was not working well helped strengthen that culture.
Digital transformation has been very rewarding for the BCFSA, and the signs of its success are now visible for all to see. What's especially rewarding is how many benefits can come from just a few strokes of innovation.
IRIS, which is our integrated regulatory information system, now contains approximately 98% of our regulated individuals and entities. So now we have a central portal for all our external users, which has created significant digital process improvements. This enabled us to streamline submissions, thus eliminating paper-based forms and a number of emails. We now offer a single online payment processing system through Secure Portal, which replaced multiple dated payment methods.
The benefits keep coming.
For our internal users, we have gained significant efficiency in conducting operational tasks. Overall, we are estimated to save about 7,500 hours annually. It has also helped create a better work environment by removing manual, repetitive, administrative work, allowing the team members to focus on more high-value work. This also helped reduce work and capacity management challenges during high-volume cycles while still achieving our SLAs. IRIS has also helped centralize our records keeping and improved the safety and security of our data. We are now able to access better analytics and business intelligence, and this has helped improve our information sharing and decision making. One of the side benefits is that we now offer an enhanced self-service model for our internal team members, which helps reduce their dependence on technology team. And last but not the least, we also modernized our information architecture by migrating it to a cloud-based technology and upgraded our data security and privacy measures.
Congratulations to the British Columbia Financial Services Authority, winner of this year's Digital Transformation Award in the Small Public Sector category.
I'm honored and humbled to accept this award on behalf of BC Financial Services Authority. It takes a village to accomplish the transformational goals of becoming a Crown corporation, integrating with real estate sector, and implementing IRIS. I would like to thank IT World Canada for recognizing BCFSA in the small public sector category and offering us the opportunity to share our digital transformation story with the broader audience.
All right. Thank you very much. Although this is the small public sector award, the digital transformation was nothing but small. Congratulations. Yes, go ahead.
So, while you heard my thank you earlier, I do want to say that it's just a pleasure and a humbling experience to be nominated with everybody else in this category. And one of the things I'd like to say is that culture was one of the big things in our success. Not only we integrated with 2 other organizations, before that we became a Crown Corporation in late 2019. And then to embark on this journey of a digital transformation from moving from legacy systems to IRIS, a unified platform, was amazing. And we couldn't have done without our executives and without the resilience and commitment of the team members. And this all, as Michelle said earlier, with the underlying thought and whatever we were going through with a global pandemic situation. So while working in a fully remote model. So it takes a village, and I want to thank everybody who stood behind these initiatives. And I'm very humbled and honored to represent BCFSA today. Thank you.
All right. I would now like to invite Heather Harrison, who is the Director of Financial Services Industry at VMware, to present the next award for our Large Private Sector Digital Transformation Award.
It's exciting to be here with all of you today. So I'm happy to present this year's Digital Transformation Award winner in the Large Private Sector category. The finalists in this category are Beneva, TELUS, Scotiabank, and OpenText. So drum roll, please. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's Digital Transformation Award winner in Large Private Sector category is Scotiabank. Banking has always been a competitive industry, and it doesn't take much for people to switch their bank if they feel they aren't getting the experience they deserve. The winner in this year's award in Large Private Sector category, one of the banking biggies in Canada, is committed 100% to improving the experience they offer, so much so that they made it the focus of their digital transformation. Last year, this bank launched an AI chatbot, giving customers another avenue to receiving instant support. This tool is enhanced with live chat and advisors and boasts an outstanding accuracy rate. Let's take a look at their reel, please.
Companies in the financial services industry are all about the customer experience. When it comes to people's money, trust is key, and banks know that any edge that they can get in this area, however small, the more likely people will turn to them for their needs. For Scotiabank, the customer experience is everything, so much so that they made it the key driver of their digital transformation.
Scotiabank embarked on a multi-year digital transformation journey in 2015, and our aspiration at the time was to be a digital leader in the financial services industry. We are committed to making the customer experience of banking safer, quicker, and easier, and this is a keystone of our digital strategy. That's why we continue to invest in digital capabilities to help contribute to financial innovation.
Scotiabank was excited to launch its chatbot in 2022.
Our chatbot is a new tool that enables customers to chat and receive self-service support. And we're proud to be one of the first Canadian banks to have live chat with advisors integrated as a feature in our chatbot, in addition to providing a customer-facing AI experience. The tool resolves customer questions quickly, and testing shows an industry-leading accuracy rate of over 70% when evaluating chatbot responses. Customers can ask the chatbot about topics like everyday banking, credit cards, and online and mobile banking. And if folks have questions that the chatbot can't answer, they are automatically connected with a customer care advisor. Our chatbot will continue to learn and improve over time as it interacts with customers and gains insights from their questions.
Scotiabank's transformation has so far been a great success, but the journey has only just begun.
With AI-powered chat on our digital platform being one of the most requested features by our customers, we made it a priority to focus on delivering the tool to enhance the overall customer experience. We used an omni-channel approach with a strong team of experts from across the organization to ensure we met our customers' needs.
As to the success of the chatbot, the numbers suggest high efficiency and customer satisfaction.
Today, the chatbot is answering over 40% of customer inquiries and diverting hundreds of thousands of calls, helping to free up more time for advisors to deliver on value-added advice and support our customers. Since its launch, the chatbot has managed 2 million messages from 300,000 unique users, allowing customers to bank with us where they want and how they want.
Congratulations to this year's Digital Transformation Award winner in the Large Private Sector category, Scotiabank.
On behalf of Scotiabank, it is an honor to be named a 2023 Digital Transformation Award winner for the bank's chatbot program.
Thank you very much, and congratulations, Scotiabank. It's now my honor to present the next award for small private sector. Our finalists in this category, in no particular order, are Dalico, Hank Payments Corp., Health Me, Interware Systems, Lot Links, and QDoc Inc. This company entered into digital transformation with a genuine desire to bring healthcare to everyone. The very idea of access for all is embedded in this company's very mission statement, and they have made good on this. The result is a 24/7 virtual healthcare platform that allows anybody from anywhere to virtually consult a doctor. Ease of use is the main selling or boasting point of the incredible platform, both from the perspective of patients and particularly of the physicians. Their award-winning organization has, with this solution, shown us all what digital transformation at its core is all about, which is to bring service and efficiency to people's lives without any major learning curves. Let's celebrate the DX brilliance of this year's winner in the small private sector category, QDocs.
An organization's drive to transform can come for any number of reasons. While one company might enter into their transformation journey to keep up with the competition, another company might do so to better pursue a specific goal or project. QDoc falls into the latter category, according to its founder and CEO, Dr. Norm Silver.
Well, we noticed that there was a gap in the way people can access medical care. So we decided to create an application that helps people access medical care in a timely manner. And that goes towards our mission statement, which is to provide equal access to quality medical care to all Canadians, regardless of geographical location or socioeconomic status. And to that end, we've created many, many partnerships in order to take care of the homeless, to take care of First Nations communities. And we set up the first First Nations paramedicine service in Canada, with a doctor named Dr. Jordan Neufeld, who's the medical director there, in retirement homes, in daycares, and so on. We just try to increase access to medical care for all.
QDoc, a 24/7 virtual healthcare platform where anyone can see a doctor anytime from virtually anywhere, offers medical practitioners an excellent means of serving people at a time when healthcare resources are under great strain.
The patient side is very easy to access and very streamlined, On the doctor side, being a physician, I know all of the pain points that we have in regards to charting, in regards to creating documents. And when I see patients in an emergency department, especially if they're lower acuity, it can take up to 50% or more of my time in the charting side of it, as opposed to direct patient contact. So what we've tried to do is decrease the amount of charting time and manual data entry that physicians have to do. So to that end, we've made the doctor side of the program really, really easy to use. We do things that decrease the administrative time for the physicians.
It comes as no surprise that a solution like QDoc, which brings speed and efficiency to healthcare, is itself being developed speedily and efficiently.
Because we have currently 16 software developers in-house, we iterate really quickly. So we will do sprints every 3 to 4 weeks, and we take our feedback directly from the physicians on what features they think they would like and what features would make them more efficient, so that we can decrease that time frame from 50-50 from seeing patients and documenting to something like 90%, 10% for the physicians. So the patients get seen quicker. Physicians can see more patients per hour without a decrease in quality. And overall, the delivery of healthcare itself is more efficient.
In terms of culture and its importance in transforming a company, QDoc co-founder and CTO David Berkowitz said it's essential to have everyone on the same page in terms of overall objectives.
We're really trying to clear the skids on access to healthcare and making it easy for patients, making it easy for physicians. So that helps us in terms of culture, and everybody that we have brought on to our team shares exactly that drive, and that's huge for us.
It comes through loud and clear. This is a company that knows what it needs to do and commit to in order to be successful.
Healthcare is full of silos, and one of our objectives, in addition to bringing medicine, closer to home for most patients, is to break down those silos by using standards, right, and interconnectivity standards. And the technology all exists to do this work, but putting the fabric together is always the difficult part. So we're very committed to sharing medical information with patients, physicians. We're very committed to improving the way we deliver prescriptions to the pharmacy.
Congratulations to QDoc for winning this year's Digital Transformation Award in the Small Private Sector category.
Just before you get your award, I think the biggest piece of the digital transformation journey was me hearing a doctor talk about sprints and agile delivery.
It took a while. It took me a time. A lot of training. Thank you very much. Thanks very much. That's great. Thank you. Congratulations, guys. Thank you. Sure. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for the award. It's you made us look really good on those videos, so it's unbelievable. And really, this belongs to our team and Dave mainly, and our 16 software developers, 14 operational staff that we currently have. It's amazing what you can do in less than 2 years when you really put your mind to it. So thank you very much for the award. Thank you.
Okay, congratulations again, QDoc. The next presenter, Fariba Anderson, Senior Executive Partner, Central Canada at Gartner, will do the honors in presenting our final Digital Transformation Award.
Well, we saved the best for the last. Notwithstanding all the award recipient, this is actually a very near and dear award to my heart. I have been part of the IT world community for God forever. Jim Love and Fawn Annan, our dear friend, recruited me early in my career, in my CIO career. So Digital Disruptor is a very, very exciting award. It's because these are the people that truly disrupt what we do through the digital capability. We all know about the world of Uber and Airbnb. Uber makes so much money that basically has eclipsed everybody, so has Airbnb, and none of them own anything. And it's really the power of disrupting the digital. Our finalists in this category are absolutely remarkable. And as you see them on the screen, Net2Learn Technologies, NetHack Services, Sportwork, Halton Region, Inside Canada, and SOTI. So congratulations to all the nominees. This is just an amazing category to be part of. So with no further ado, our winner this year is Halton Region. And Gino Alberino. You can come up, Gino. Gino Alberino is here to accept the award on behalf of the organization. And I just want to tell you a little bit about Halton Region and the work that Gino and his team have done. You know, when it comes to crisis, it's been coined that you cannot let any crisis to go waste. And Gino and his team, when COVID hit and we were all shut down. There was so much pressure on the cities. I recall seeing Gino. It was in February 2020, and we had no idea what's going to hit us. And Gino and his team did an amazing, amazing job in terms of leveraging the opportunity, bringing cloud and software as a service platform. A number of them, they tested it and they select a partner that they knew they could basically get the solution in. We actually have featured Gino at our Gartner Research and Advisory a number of times for the remarkable work that him and his team has done. Municipality is the foundation of our democracy. And those of you who live in the Toronto region, please, please vote for the next mayor. Check them out, vote for someone, because they are the foundation of our democracy. And I am so impressed and so grateful to be part of this celebration. And here is Gino. Gino, I'm so happy that you're being, you recognized a lot, but this is the best recognition. Congratulations.
Thank you, Fariba, and Fariba really didn't do justice to the work that she supported us throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. I did hear one person once ask me around what the catalyst was around your transformation journey. Was it cloud? Was it a corporate initiative? Or was it COVID-19? And really at Halton Region, it was COVID-19. We established so many new systems, so many new processes. Everyone was not afraid to make mistakes during that time when we were all responding to this emergency. Even more so, as an organization, we cared about our population, we cared about our citizens, and delivering the high quality services that we've come to be respected for in the community. And it was no different when we sent everybody home that one day in March, and we said, wow, how are we going to deliver our services as an organization that doesn't have a foundation of digital? And we developed a number of, I think there was 5 teams, 5 committees, all responsible for delivering digital. And those teams worked day and night, partly because there was nothing else you could do, everything was shut down. But in advancing the digital strategy for the organization. So fast forward to a post-pandemic time, we continue to build on the competencies that we learned throughout the COVID-19 pandemic and built out a digital strategy using those lessons learned and that agility that we had throughout that COVID-19 pandemic to build an aspiration to become a digital organization by 2025, digitizing 125 of our resident-facing services and 50 of our internal services to a digital-first platform. We're well underway. We've started the first 10, so we've started. A great spot to be at, and I think we're looking forward to the next couple of years as we build out those services for our residents. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank IT World Canada for the opportunity to compete in this category. I'd really like to thank Fariba Anderson, who's put up with me through the pandemic and really taken those calls at all hours of the day. More importantly, I'd really like to thank my team at Halton Region who stuck by me regardless of how crazy the ideas were at those times. And at the end of the day, I also like to thank the management team at Halton Region for their support.
While business disruptors are, as a rule, never welcome, Business leaders that can see the forest for the trees recognize that disruption can bring opportunity. Gino Alberino, who is Halton Region's digital transformation and innovation leader and senior IT expert, quickly saw the global crisis that emerged in early 2020 as an opportunity to get better.
Coming out of the pandemic, we realized that there's a lot of demand for these digital services. And with that, we started to embark on a journey of digital transformation. With that, we created a digital strategy that is forward-looking to build out 125 services with a digital-first lens to it over the next 3 to 5 years.
Transformation does not come in single strokes or straight lines. Often there are many aspects. This was certainly the case in how Halton Region approached their transformation.
So before we added any technology to our transformation, we sat in a room with these service owners to look at what digital transformation actually looks like. And this meant not just taking a service and adding technology to it, but really rethinking the delivery of our services. And in some cases, we noticed we were able to trim down or lean down the number of processes that were required to deliver that service by almost 40 to 50%. That meant that we could be more efficient in delivering these services. That meant we could respond to our residents much faster. And it also meant that it was a much less complicated technology solution.
This is not to say the process of changing was easy for Halton Region.
It is a very challenging opportunity for the organization. What we realized and what the senior leadership in the organization realized is that we needed to democratize information technology, which meant flipping the model on its head and really looking at what the priorities were for the organization, as opposed to being an order taker for the organization.
Halton Region's transformation has been about striking a balance between giving everyone a voice and keeping things on course, priorities and decisions.
We established 4 steering groups, all looking at the various facets of our digital strategies. And this has led to really having an open conversation around where we are going to invest our dollars, where we are going to prioritize those initiatives, and how that's going to benefit the organization. It's really bought in at that senior leadership, and everyone has a seat at the table to make these decisions.
The future looks very bright indeed for Halton Region.
We're looking at, again, building on our competencies and what we've learned over the course of the last couple of years, and really accelerating that, adding a much faster cadence to the delivery of our services. And I'm looking forward to Halton being one of the most progressive and digitally savvy organizations in Ontario.
Congratulations to Halton Region on its well-deserved 2023 Digital Disruptor Award.
So I'd like to thank IT World Canada for recognizing the work that Halton Region has done. I'd also like to thank Gartner Canada, specifically Fariba Anderson, who's been extremely supportive through this entire process in really having us understand what digital means as an organization, giving us the research that we need to be able to deliver on these digital projects and really set that focus forward. I'd also like to thank senior leadership at Halton Region for all of their support throughout this process. Without that vision, without that strong leadership, we wouldn't be in the position we are today.
Thank you very much, Fariba and Gino, and you really stuck to this award by totally disrupting the process of how we present these awards. So thanks for doing that. I really appreciate that. And in the theme of disruption, and maybe I was a little bit of a rambunctious kid at school. I'm going to do a little bit more disruption and just get a little bit off the script before we go to our next awards. And really, I want to introduce Lorraine Bauer. She didn't even know I was going to do this as our new executive director for the CIO Association of Canada. So I want to introduce her. Please reach out to her at this after ceremony event. And if you have questions about CIO Can and you're interested in joining, please, you can talk to me and you talk to her. All right, perfect. Now, we're on to go move forward with our CIO of the Year awards. And I'm really excited. I was on the judging committee for this. IT World Canada and the CIO Association of Canada have partnered to recognize these technology leaders and their ability to drive digital since 2014. Each year we ask the community for nominations of worthy individuals, and those submissions go to a team of independent judges who review them diligently and then determine a winner. It's definitely not an easy task to look at so many individuals who've done such amazing things and coming up with the finalists. But I can tell you as a judge myself that it is a deeply gratifying experience to read the nominations and to see the work that people are doing within their organizations. So I'm going to introduce our judging panel for this year. Our first individual is the chair, our judging chair, and that was Gary Davenport, past president of CIO Can. Jim Love, again. Hamza Tarani, the chief digital officer and technology officer for Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment. Rachel Porteous, the CIO for the Financial Transactions and Reporting Analysis Center of Canada. We had Jan Bradley, who's the CIO and technology officer for the City of Calgary. We had Julie Levesque, who's the executive vice president and here with us today in the back. Hi, Julie. Vice President Technology Operations for the National Bank of Canada. Rex Lee, Chief Information and Technology Officer for Canadian Tire Corporation, and of course, myself. The judges were very impressed with the caliber of the submissions. Returning judges noted that the quality of the submissions just seems to climb and get better every year. It's obviously very gratifying for the winners to earn accolades of their peers, but the winners also get the CIO of the Year award, puts them into the CIO Hall of Fame. They get a one-year membership to the CIO Association of Canada, and of course they get a beautifully framed certificate of themselves on the digital cover of Canadian CIO. With that said, I'm honored to present our first CIO of the Year award. Our CIO of the Year award for the private sector category. This person has throughout their distinguished career earned admiration of their peers, team members alike. He is a highly regarded leader with an abundance of talent and passion and a true spirit of innovation. The individual is a builder extraordinaire who has 7 granted patents to his name. He is super passionate about using technology to innovate and achieve the impossible. And over a quarter century has launched and scaled disruptive products and platforms in retail, IoT, fintech, and developing tooling for organizations such as IBM, Virgin Mobile. Today, as CIO at TELUS, this individual leads the team responsible for spearheading that organization's transformation to a fully digital, software-centric, and cloud-enabled organization. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me the greatest pleasure to present to you our private sector CIO of the Year, Hisham Fahmy from TELUS.
So I didn't expect I'd have to say a few words, but everybody has, so I feel I have obligated to do so. I really am speechless. This is a great honor, very humbling. I do want to express my thank you to IT World Canada and the CIO Association of Canada for this, and to all the judges. When I started my career 25 odd years ago, never in my wildest dreams did I ever think I'd be standing here accepting an award like this in this kind of role. So it truly is humbling. But this is really a celebration of all the great work that the teams that I have the privilege of supporting at TELUS doing. So this is really a thank you and a congratulations to them. You're the ones who drove all these great results. You're the ones who have achieved these great outcomes. You're the ones who have driven this digital transformation that we're on. And you're the ones who build this culture. And I really just have the privilege to help coach and help you all thrive. So thank you again so much for this.
All right, congratulations, Hisham. And now I'd like to turn it back over to our sponsor to present the next award for CIO of the Year Public Sector. Please welcome Peter Neer, National Director of Technology at Canada and VMware.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Philip, and it's my pleasure to present this next award, and my pleasure to share the story with you as well, because it was a story that when I read it, I was like, that is a fantastic way to come in to win one of these awards in Canada. So this year's CIO of the Year in Public Sector spearheaded a project to classify over 60 years of historical transcripts with a focus on Indigenous records. Through the recruitment of experts in data science, data engineering, and data visualization expertise within the organization, he implemented key technologies that allowed the organization to mine, validate, and match Indigenous transcripts with Indigenous participants, elder names, and communities. In total, 285 oral transcripts with Indigenous participants were identified. The project not only advanced reconciliation and innovation in terms of returning this historical data to the relevant Indigenous communities, but it also aims to contribute to the revitalization of oral institutions damaged and lost through long operating government policies. Ladies and gentlemen, let's celebrate the efforts and achievements of our Public Sector CIO of the Year for 2023, Ryan.
I wasn't expecting to say any words. Super humbled about this. I started off as a biologist and as an engineer in my career doing policy work. I felt like a complete imposter at the CIO table. It was never a career path that I was thinking about, let alone dreaming about. And so being appointed to this position and having the powers to create digital products or data mine the past has been a dream come true. Winning an award where most of the time what we focus on in the IT space is speed of transactions, efficiencies, effectiveness. To get an award about reconciliation was amazing. So thank you so much. Last thing is, I was walking by a Buddhist temple a couple days ago, and on their sign, they said, "Beautiful flowers bloom because of unseen roots." It's the roots that make it really powerful and strong. So I want to thank all of our teams, all the staff, senior management who even let me take on a role like this, our traditional knowledge keepers, our elders that actually trusted us with this process. So thank you very much.
All right. Thank you to Peter and congratulations to you, Ryan. So we're nearing the end of today's event. I hope you've all enjoyed it so far. But before we say goodbye, I have the utmost pleasure to present the final award of the day. This one is going to come as a huge surprise to that individual, and the recipient of this award is more than deserving. Today, I would like to recognize Gary Davenport as we induct him into the 2023 CIO Hall of Fame. I met Gary about 5 years ago when I started with the CIO Association of Canada. Gary was the past president, and Gary has been there every step of the way for me and for probably a number of people here in the room and probably so many countless people in Canada. Gary is revered as an experienced, wise, a mentor that always gives his time to all the CIO community. He represents what it is to be a CIO, to lead the CIO community, to provide it guidance and with his wisdom, and he's never short on delivering that with his time. His deep experience is decades worth. He provides services these days as an independent CIO management consultant. He serves on numerous boards as a board member and as an advisor, and continues to support the CIO Association of Canada. And I'm very happy that he is continuing to do that. He is Not just a natural leader, but somebody that everyone respects and everyone wants to become. His leadership principles and methods are presented in a numerous series of articles at CIOcan.ca. If you're interested, I'd like to have the honor to present you with this Hall of Fame award. Gary.
I am totally caught off guard. I just thank you. It's been a pleasure actually to work in the industry that we all love, and to work with so many of you and others throughout my career has made all the difference. So it's not a job, it's a passion. So thank you very much, and continued great success to us in Canada. We are, if I can say this, I sit on a number of boards. I was talking to Julie about this earlier, where I hear stories of, you know what, Canada, you're behind. You're not really doing much. We don't have any great examples. And I say, bullshit. There are more than many great examples of successes in digital transformation and CIO great leadership. We just need to celebrate, publicize it, and share it. And we need to keep doing that, because it will help our industry grow and get even better. So that's my call to action. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, it's been an absolute pleasure once again to be here, to fly all the way from Ottawa to Toronto. All of today's videos and the stories from IT World Canada Riders will be available this afternoon and for the next several months on the IT World platform. I want to thank our sponsors once again, VMware, Google, CrowdStrike, Venture Lab, Hut 8, Amdocs. Thank you to our supporters, the CIO Association of Canada, and to Gartner. I'd also like to thank Jim and Fawn from IT World Canada, along with their wonderful team here and behind the scenes who continue to put together these amazing events. Details and registration opportunities for the IT World flagship events are on the platform, but I'll highlight a few. There's the MapleSec Satellite Series, which is taking place on June 21st. We have the Top Women in Cybersecurity celebration happening on July 26th, and our annual Women in IT Channel Luncheon, which is set for August 24th. So no break for the summer for IT World Canada. All right, it's been a great afternoon, and I want to thank everybody online for tuning in and everybody who came here today. Those of you who are here with us in person, we'll make our way to the Toronto room, which I believe is upstairs. Yes, it is. And we'll enjoy the rest of the afternoon for networking and some refreshments brought to you by VMware. So thank you. Have a great day.